It looks like you're in like a dollhouse or like some sort of a Barbie themed kitty room.
Barbie? It's not even pink.
Wait, Jacob, was that us or that Ma? Jacob, was that me or was that Ma?
That was Monet, but she's back now, for me at least.
All right, you back, Ma?
But we can start from the top.
Did you hear anything I said, Ma?
Yeah, and I said it's not even pink.
Well, I'm colorblind, so I don't know what color it is, but it just kind of has the motif of like a kitty room.
So I thought you only.
Are you
couldn't
sick?
see right. I did feel a little under the weather. Yes, I do.
I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, you sound a little sick. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
You sound like you're fucking disgusted. Don't react like that, bitch.
I did not say I was disgusted. And you know, if you read that, then you know, I don't know. We can maybe have that conversation separately. But I was just observing.
This is you. This is you. Do your little sniffle thing. Are you sick?
You know, I don't know that I did all that, but you know,
Jay, roll the footage. Rewind. Play it.
I think what I said was, "Are you sick?"
No.
And
no,
you went,
"No,
"Are you sick?"
That was you. That was the second one.
You know, I don't think that's what happened. But what is okay? Now what's this? Your whole head's falling off. Your ear, your nose is stuffed up. Your ears. I bought one of those things where you can go into your ear with a camera.
I have one of those too. You got it on TikTok.
Oh, do you? Me too. Is it the B-Bird?
Yeah, the B-Bird.
How is your ear? My ear is actually pretty clean.
Mine was very clean, but they make you feel like, because like in the little video, they make you feel like you're gonna find this fucking dirty, infested air. But mine was I clean my ear almost every other day.
Well, I do often have earwax fall out of my ear because of I have a lot of earwax. Apparently, my doctor said that if you have a high testosterone, you make a lot of earwax. Apparently, that's what Dr. Naziri said.
Wait, you have high testosterone?
I've never had my testosterone tested, but he said that because of how much earwax I make, he thinks it might be because of high testosterone. But I never had my testosterone levels tested. No.
You did like to wet your whistle a lot, so that makes sense.
What does that have to do with high testosterone?
Not drinking. I don't know how to say it. You used to like to get your dick wet pretty often.
What does that have to do with having high testosterone?
High testosterone also affects your sex drive. Like you want to have more sex when you have a lot of testosterone going on.
Yeah, wet your whistle is a drinking thing.
I know.
I don't think that I like to have sex more than the average person. I think I have a high sex drive, but not like crazy. Maybe if average is 5, I'm like a 6 or a 7. So maybe more than average, but not like a 9 or a 10. I'm not like sex crazy or anything.
Yeah, I didn't say that. I said you're above average, and if you have high testosterone, that makes sense.
What's up with your testosterone, bitch? Where? How's your whistle? How's your dick wetness? How is your dick wet right now, bro?
It's drying. It's drying out right now.
Drying out.
It's on its way of getting unwet.
Okay, well, congratulations to that. So we are back with Sibling Advicery, which we've not done in a while because, you know, I got to be honest with y'all. I'm just going to say this out loud and very clearly, and I hate to disappoint you, but we're not going to be reviewing London UK 5, Drag Race UK 5. No. You know, I don't watch UK anymore. I stopped watching after Crystal Versace's season. I did not watch Danny Beard's season, and I'm no shade to the UK, which I will be there. By the time y'all listen to this, I'm already in the UK. I don't want to watch UK anymore. Is that horrible?
No, I have no desire to watch UK either.
I don't really want to watch All Stars anymore.
I'm so down. I feel that
like
now,
right now, the only thing I want to watch is Drag Race. Like I want to watch. I'm excited about watching RuPaul's Drag Race, but like the last 2, the last 7 was great, but 6 and 8 or 6. What are we on right now?
We're on 8. We just finished 8.
What did you do? 7.
I did 7. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 and 8 were just not it for me. Like I was so uninterested in 6 and 8.
Yeah, I think I say that now, but then when the cast gets announced and I'm like, it's like our friends or someone I really want to be like, I wonder what she did. that I want to watch, and then if it's whack, then I'm like, I regret that I agreed to the watchery, and that's full tea.
Well, I don't have no friends who've ever been on Drag Race, so
We could also do the Traders.
what's the traitor?
I love Traders. Traders
It's
US.
that show Pep's on.
Oh yeah. Oh, wait, whoa! I don't think that's been announced, Jacob.
It is. It's publicly announced.
Is it?
It is absolutely 100% publicly announced. It's Pepper and it's also Parvati from Survivor. It's 100% announced. It's not a secret.
I see it on. I don't see it. I need proof before we post that. Amelia, before we just start throwing out who's on what show.
No, it's out. It's out. Glad has it. Peacock's The Traders is back for the start of the season 2 featuring Peppermint.
Per
Oh my God, Sandra is on it too. That is hilarious. Sandra from Survivor.
How do you think Pep's gonna do? Have you seen the Traders?
I've seen season 1. Season 1 was so fucking good. I would watch it again with you for watchery.
Oh, traitors! I put in traitor like Joe.
Traitors, like a traitor. Like you're a traitor.
I see that you're a traitor, like a Benedict Arnold.
Like who?
Benedict Arnold. Benedict Arnold.
Who the fuck is Benedict Arnold?
He's like the world's. He's like if someone calls you a Benedict Arnold, that means you're a traitor or a renegade. You're a renegade. You're a renegade. Benedict Arnold.
Renegade.
Can you tell us more about what Benedict Arnold did?
I don't know what he did, but I just know that if someone calls you a Benedict Arnold, it's because you are a traitor.
I think you're thinking of Benedict Cumberbatch.
No, Benedict Arnold is if someone calls you a Benedict Arnold, it's because you're a traitor.
I've never heard someone say that.
I don't know if he's a real person or if he's a character in a movie, but I just know the term, you're a Benedict Arnold. It's the same thing as being a renegade. When you're a renegade, you're a traitor. Which
I've
is
never
weird because the term renegade doesn't seem to have a negative connotation, but the term traitor does. And I feel like people are just like, oh, she's a renegade. But when you're a renegade, that literally means you're just a traitor.
I've never heard the term Benedict Arnold as referred to someone ever. I've never heard that name.
Let me look. I mean, maybe am I getting the word renegade wrong? Let me look at the word renegade. Renegade definition: renegade is a person who deserts or betrays an organization.
Stop on this podcast. Stop talking about words that you don't know.
First of all, I knew a person who deserts and betrays an organization, country, or set of principles. A renegade.
First it was narcissism. Now you renegaded. Y'all niggas really tried it.
There's also House of Villains coming up.
Let's not act like
cute.
Anyway, we have renegaded against Drag Race UK,
we're gonna do Advicery for a little while. We miss Advicery. I love doing Advicery. We're gonna do Advicery for a little while we figure out what the next watchery is gonna be.
We need to say out loud and very clearly, this advice is for entertainment purposes only. Monet and I are not experts in therapy, psychology, medicine, science, technology. We are not women in STEM. We don't know anything about therapy. We don't know anything about We're not relationship counselors. We do not. The only thing we know how to do is podcast, and barely. We know how to do drag, but we are not this. And this advice is literally for entertainment purposes only. All right, and with that in mind, let's give some advice. You ready, Jacob?
Yes, ma'am.
Jacob, shut your ass up.
Oh my God.
Hi, Bob and Monet. I need some advice about my best friend and her partner. I've known my best friend for almost my whole life. She moved to LA a couple years ago, and I still live on the East Coast. She also found love out there and has been with her girlfriend for over a year. I'm so happy that she's finally with someone who genuinely cares about her. They've already U-hauled and will probably get married. Here's my problem. I don't like her. I've tried, but I think our personalities clash. She makes fun of our hometown while also explaining the city to me because she went to college here. I work in the city and I've lived here my whole life. She also explains things to me about my friend, which I already know because we've known each other for 20 years. She has a habit of saying stuff about their sex life on Twitter, which is kind of awkward to see when you log on in the morning. And finally, she made fun of my job the very first time we met. I don't want to say anything to my friend because I don't want to hurt her. What do y'all think I should do to cope with the girlfriend and avoid toxic lesbian drama? Thank you.
Ooh. She
You
said,
know,
I don't like this bitch.
I can confirm that lesbian drama is a different breed of drama than any other kind of queer drama. Lesbian
Is
drama
it?
is yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. There are a few lesbians in my life, and lesbian drama is wild. It's a whole different breed, Monet. It's not like this petty gay boy shit. It's not like this fucking like you did my Molly in Joshua Tree shit. It's not like that. It is wild. And you know, I'm gonna say that it is okay to not like your your friends' partners. I've had several friends whose partners I do not like. However, I will be honest, I don't say anything. I don't ever come clean about not liking someone's partner until they break up. It's really awkward when they break up and get back together. And then you be looking crazy, feel like, girl, I was just playing. Girl, you know I love him. Girl, you know I live that motherfucker. But I think that that, and this is my humble opinion. This may not be good advice, but I think if you have a friend who has a partner that you don't like, mind your fucking business. Be there for your friend. Be an ear for them. Offer them your advice if they ask for it. That's a really important factor in this. If they ask for it, because when they in love, bitch, they will be like, fuck you, bitch. You don't know nothing about me and my motherfucking man, bitch. You can kiss my motherfucking ass, bitch. Don't you ever talk to me and my man or my girl or my person or my they them ever again. And they break up with the person and they've lost you and their partner. So now what? Now your friend looking dumb as hell. Looking dumb as hell. So, you know, I just mind my fucking business and I do what I can to support my friends.
I think that different people have different boundaries with their friend circle. Like, I'm a friend that I often talk to my friends about a partner or someone I'm dating or someone I'm fucking, someone I'm seeing. If I my close tribe, like, and I get their opinions about stuff and I weigh stuff out with them. So I have an open door concept about, like, my friends give me, like, when I ask and facilitate, information from them, they speak on it and I value their opinions on it. So I think if you guys have a relationship that you have offered those information about past lovers, then I think that's okay to do. But if you guys have a boundary where you guys don't do that, then you should honor that. And I've had friends that have had partners that I didn't like, and bitch, for however long they were together, I was cool, I was cordial. As soon as the axe went down, oh bitch, it was like Pandora's box. Bitch, I ain't never liked that bitch. Anybody like her? We was all acting like we liked her. We did not like her. All of us did not like her.
So, not all of us. Not implicating other people in your feelings.
Monet, would you like to say any names?
I'm not gonna say no names, but we used to all talk about it. We used to all text about it, and every time we were all in the thing, we're forced through that person. When that person would leave, we'd be like, "Oh God," like that was what we did. And then, but if your friend does not want you to share that information, then you owe that to honor your friendship with your friend and not spread and not do that until the ghost is clear and that person is gone. You can be like, "Bitch, can I tell you something? We ain't like that bitch."
Well, it sounds like you don't like things about their relationship that they don't have a problem with. Like, maybe your friend doesn't care that she's sharing about their sex life on the internet. I talk about me and Jacob's sex life sometimes, not in graphic detail, and Monet talks about her.
And Jacob don't like it.
Anyway, and Monet talks about her sex life on the internet sometimes. So I don't think that, but that's maybe that's because we are not particularly prudish people, and maybe you're a little more prudish, or maybe you're a little more modest than your friend is,
But also, this person is being rude to you. Like, also, is there a small chance that maybe you're being a little sensitive? Like, when he said they make fun of you, he said, "Oh, you work at Starbucks? Man, I can never work there."
Are you in love with your friend?
You
You wish it was you.
Well, I don't know about all that.
Oh my God! No! You wish it was you.
You think so?
No, I don't know. I was just playing.
Oh. Yeah. So, but also, but another thing you can do, if this is really bothering you and you just cannot deal, like, then you distance yourself a little bit. When your friend asks you, "Hey, what's going on? I can notice that, like, you don't come to the game nights anymore. When I come in town, you don't really want to hang out with us. Only me separately. Like, what's going on?" Then that gives you a gateway to be like, "Hey, this is how I feel." Or if this is your very close friend, like if one of my very close friends and this was happening, like, it is also up to me to be like, hey, this is how I feel. It's really hard to hang out with you guys together because of XYZ. Like, if these are one of your best friends, you can have that conversation. If you cannot have that conversation with your best friend, then something's up. Like, that's not cool. Like, you should be able to have an open and honest dialogue with your best friend about something that's bothering you, albeit their partner.
Let's talk more about it after this break.
Okay.
And we're back. Jacob, what do you have to ask us?
Have either of you ever gotten into a fight with one of your friends' partners who you weren't necessarily friends with?
No.
Kind of, a little bit, low key, a little bit. Well, not. I've called out my friends' partners before about things, and
In front of them.
Yeah, in front of all of them. Yeah.
Who? Say their name. Who was I there?
No, you weren't there. It was Freeze. Oh, it was Freeze X. I don't even know that it was Freeze XX, like 3-4 X's ago, and he was doing something really weird that I did not like. And
Casey?
I was like, don't. Yeah. Okay. Jesus Christ. And I was like, don't. He did something. I can't remember what it was, but I didn't like it. I thought it was really inappropriate. And I was like, don't do that. And one time, I sent a strongly worded text to Alfredo's current boyfriend because Free came over and he like his boyfriend. Me and Free were there, and his Free was like, "Oh, can my boyfriend come over and give me this thing?" And there was like, he did my least favorite thing. Do you know what it was?
I forget which one.
He brought a stranger to my house without telling me.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. I do not like people bringing. You don't bring no fucking strangers to my house. Don't, especially someone that I don't know. You can bring someone over and not like if you came over with Andy and didn't tell me, or if you came over and Patty was with you, that's one thing. But if it is a literal complete stranger, someone I have no information on, I've never met, never heard of, don't know this person, don't know nothing about them.
That's so funny you say that.
First of all, you know Vivacious. You know who she is.
I did not know Vivacious. I had never met Vivacious.
You're both from Jamaica. You grew up in Jamaica together.
So, y'all.
You literally grew up together in Jamaica.
Before. This is rich coming from Bob, because when I was going on season 10 or after this, whatever it was, Bob shows up at my apartment in the Bronx with Vivacious at my front door. I open my door and it's just Bob and Vivacious. I'm like, mother is here, Monet. And I was like,
honestly, that was an iconic
who the fuck are you?
That was honestly an iconic day. You knew who Vivacious you knew who Vivacious was. Not like you never knew not like you had never heard of Vivacious.
Heard of her. I've heard of her on TV, but I never met her.
That was honestly iconic. That was
I bet. So then you sent Joel a strongly worded text.
I was also in my basement in my underwear. And I couldn't even come upstairs. I was like stuck in my basement with no clothes. Me and Free were hanging out. We were probably doing some sewing, and I was in my underwear because we were doing this sewing thing. And then I was like, whose voice is that up there? I don't know who this is. And years ago, my friend Taylor brought Patty to my house. I didn't know Patty at the time. And Patty would never let me live this down, but I made Patty sit outside in the hallway. Because I didn't know Taylor was like, oh, I brought my friend. I was like, well, your friend can't come in here. And he was like, you're going to make him sit in the hallway? I was like, yep, he cannot come in this house. I don't know him. And Patty sat outside for like 15 minutes while me and Taylor did whatever the hell we were doing.
I cannot.
You let people come? You gonna let strangers come hang out in your house?
No, I don't. But I also don't have a whole bunch of people in my house. I mean, previously, because of, I don't have strangers at my house. Like, I don't have strangers.
I mean, I don't have strangers at my house either, but I've been to your house for like game night and stuff. I think you have more people at your house than I have at my house, actually.
I know.
You have more visitors than I do.
That was a big adjustment because that was not, that's not something I used to do. But
you host more. Well, nowadays in LA, I feel like you host more events than I do at my home. Like, I don't really host things at my home anymore.
Right. Well, that's because of the situation I was in. Like, I was dating someone who liked to do that.
You were doing that had nothing to do with that. You were
no, not game night.
Plastic people over your house. Just that kind of stuff.
Literally the 4 people that would come to my house. That's literally it. There was no one else.
Well, I don't know. And then you had big Rob hanging out at your house on your little secret get-togethers. I remember you and your friends doing your little secret get-togethers that you thought I didn't know about. I know y'all was doing them because people would send me pictures and be like, aha. How do you spell aha? Aha. Jacob, do you know what aha means, Jacob? Is that a black thing?
It's not a black thing.
Jacob, do you know what it means if someone goes, ah?
I mean, I feel like I do, but it's more just like in the tone of how you would say something. But I feel like it probably has another meaning that I'm missing. So I guess I
No.
would answer no.
Well, what do you
No.
think? What do you think is the context of someone go, aha? And by the way, aha is
Like-
different than aha. They're very different. Aha is very specific. What do you think that means? There's no if you get it wrong, I'm not gonna like.
Also, Jacob
I
is
would
not.
probably-
Jacob is not a good metric to judge this by. Jacob don't be doing nothing.
Well, Jacob knows some black stuff.
I would have made that sound when you were carrying the bag, and I said maybe we should carry the bag differently because everything is going to fall out. And you said no, it's going to be fine. I got it. And then we walked to the elevator, and less than a minute later, you dropped the bag and everything fell out.
That's
I
right,
think
Jacob,
that's
that's
when
right.
I would make
Perfect.
that sound.
That's perfect, Jacob. You ate that. Ah.
Because Bobby's
or-
swearing.
Ah the same as with your stupid self.
With your dumb ass.
With your dumb ass. With your stupid self. All right, let's go on
Next
to
question.
to the next question.
All right, I'm loading it up.
Hey Bob, hey Monet. My name is Roman. I'm 21, and I am facing right now a change of pace regarding my work. I currently have been listening to you guys for almost 4 years now, since my freshman year of college, and my question essentially is, how do you make a change over from, your working your everyday job? I know Monet was talking about how she worked at the hotel into doing drag full time. How do you know to go and leap out on that faith of, all right, I'm going to change my job. I'm going to start following what I actually want to do and not worry about, the responsibilities that necessarily come with it. How do you manage and maneuver through that? Thanks for all you guys do. Love you too. Bye.
Oh, love you too, babe. He has a very sexy voice. I think for me, I found myself at a crossroads where I was like partially committing to both interests I had. Well, interests, my job and my passion. And because I wasn't fully committing to my passion, like I wasn't progressing how I could have, because I wasn't allowing myself to do all the things to further my career. Like I couldn't take more gigs because I had to work 5 days a week, and I couldn't sew an outfit because I had to do this thing or whatever. So when I was like, you know what, I love drag. Drag brings me a lot of joy. Drag brings me a lot of happiness. And I think I can get to a place in drag where I'm making the same, if not more money, and I can sustain my life if I fully commit to it now. So I weighed my options and I just took a leap of faith. And I was like, you know what? I believe in drag. I love drag. And it's bringing me happiness. It's bringing me joy. I'm going to quit my day job and I'm going to do drag full time. And then when I did, I was able to put 100% of my time, my efforts, my love into drag, and it flourished into what my career is now. So I think it's really looking at yourself, looking at the bigger picture, like, will I be happy just working at whatever you're doing, or will I be happy doing this thing?
Yeah, I this is where me and Monet kind of have this is one of the most controversial things I've ever said on the podcast. I said it in the past. And the American dream is a lie. And the notion of telling someone to like quit their job and go do something, I think is actually a little bit dangerous. So I don't feel comfortable being like, girl, quit your job and go do the thing you love. Because, I know a lot of people who quit their jobs to do the thing they love and they went hungry. And when I say that, it's not about me believing in people. I mean, I don't know you to believe in you, Roman. You're probably, you may be incredibly talented, but also sometimes, just to be clear, your success in a lot of fields, no matter what the field is, be it entertainment, be it being a lawyer, be it being an attorney, a teacher, sometimes it has so little to do with how talented you are, and practically everything to do about when you are, where you are, who you are, how you are, more than it has to do about how talented you are. So I think you have to weigh what's important to you. When I When I started doing drag full time, I was doing real estate in New York City, and my office closed without warning. I showed up to work one day. They still owed me like $1,400. I showed up to work one day, and the office was literally closed. There was a sign on the door. It was like, "So sorry, this office is closed. Goodbye." And that was literally the end of my real estate career. And I was like, and I worked at one of the crummiest real estate agencies in New York City. I will not say the name of it, but do
Say
not go
their
to
name.
I
I'm
will not
kidding.
say this name. I'll probably get sued. But you should not go to the if any of you can ever find out what real estate agency I used to work for, don't ever go there. Let's just put it that way. And I work for two, so you can figure out. I work for one of them along with the other one. And I was just like, well, I was already like more than knee deep. I was like waist deep in drag at this point. I was a fixture in the New York City nightlife scene, and I'd already had a couple of weekly gigs, and I was just like, I'm just gonna lean in all the way because this is what I need to do to make money. And luckily, I had an opportunity where Lucky Chang's moved to Midtown, so I started working at Lucky Chang's, which is a drag queen restaurant. I was doing drag at Lucky Chang. I was hosting the show at Lucky Chang's. So honestly, it was literally when I was. I just Lucky Chang's just happened to be moving to Midtown at that time, and I got a job hosting the shows at Lucky Chang's, which ended up paying my bills. After the real estate office closed down, and I quit this other gig that I had with my best friend at the time, who we were kind of just like falling apart. So you have to ask yourself what's important to you. Do you have a nest to fall back on? Do you have a family who can support you while you pursue your dreams? Do you have a partner who will foot the bill while you pursue what you believe in? And if you don't have those things, are you comfortable eating noodles or downsizing your apartment or doing what you need to do while you pursue your dreams? So the short answer is I don't feel comfortable telling you to just quit your job and pursue your dreams. What I'm going to tell you to do is do what feels most important to you. I know what I did. I took a big risk, and it just happened to work out. And I don't think it's because I am remarkably talented. I think it's because I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, and I was the right person.
Also, I will say, I don't know how you are with money, Roman, but I'm very good with money. So before I did that, I made sure that I had a safety blanket for X amount of months. I'm like, if I'm going into drag doing X dollars, which is like the bare minimum, I can survive at least this long without having to go back to my old job. And also I worked in hotels, and I was already in the union, so I knew that I could find another union job and make similar to what, if not exactly what, similar to what I was making had I had to go back to doing hotels. So I think you have to be we should really analyze your entire situation and not make a really rash decision, but really weigh all the options and see what's going to be best for you and how you can best survive and maintain the lifestyle and pay your bills. And because, bitch, it's October 1st. Well, it's October. Student loan payments are back in session officially. So you just have to really, 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 really track your spending and see what's popping, and how you can best live your best life.
But
Next
also,
question.
but just to be clear, y'all, I really advise against the notion of being like, move to the big town and do anything. Even though I want to point out, yes, that is literally what I did, and yes, that did work out for me. But the reason why, and it's not like I'm trying to hoard the success for myself. It's just that I have a lot of friends who moved to the big city to pursue their dreams, and y'all see me and Monet and Bianca, but you don't see the people who went back to their hometowns with their tail between their legs, addicted to drugs, broke as hell, paying off hundreds of thousands of dollars of student debt, and then resorting to jobs they didn't want. You don't see those things. That's why when I say anyone can be anything, I'm not being negative. I'm just being like, maybe, I don't know. I mean, but also the people who really want to do it, they're going to do it anyway. Even if someone would have told me what I'm saying right now, I still would have done it. I still would have came anyway. Nothing could have stopped me, you know?
Yeah. So Roman, analyze your situation, baby.
Also, if you're sexy, just like go be sexy. If you're young and hot, don't pay for things. Listen to me, guys. If you're young and sexy, do not pay for things. There is no reason for you to be young and sexy and also paying for stuff. That's insane. Do not pay your rent. Someone will pay your rent for you. If you're young and sexy, someone will pay your rent for you. If you're young and sexy, someone will buy your drinks. If you're young and sexy, if you're a young, sexy woman, find out whatever bar Leonardo DiCaprio's at. You will leave and your drinks will be paid for.
Y'all, I don't know what fucking. Don't listen to any shit. Bitch, pay your rent. You gonna be sitting there looking for somebody to pay your rent, looking
What I'm
crazy as
saying
hell.
is someone will. No, I'm not saying literally don't pay your rent. What I'm saying is you shouldn't have to. If you're young and sexy, someone will. I'm telling you right now, if you are young and sexy, someone will pay your rent for you. I literally promise you that.
There are a lot of young, sexy people out there trying to do that. There's a whole TikTok people trying to find sugar daddies, and they don't find them, and they're very hot and very beautiful.
Well,
and they're like, "What's the secret? I'm hot. I look good. What's the secret? How do you find them?"
Could you get a sugar
lot
daddy?
of TikTokers out there.
Do you think you can get a sugar daddy?
No, I think I'm past the sugar daddy phase. I mean, in the royalty, in like classical music, that there's so much of that. There's so much of that. These like rich, especially the gays in classical music.
So you could. Rich gays. You've been in the opera houses, so you probably had a couple offers. Yeah. Yeah, come clean, bitch. Yeah. So Neeson motherfucking Dorma, bitch. Yeah.
You're so messy.
Somebody about to pay the Leontine price, honey, for that pussy. For the next question.
Hi, Bob and Monet. My name is Spencer. I am 27 years old, and I live in Houston, Texas. And I was wondering if you guys could provide me with any advice on how to not get so frustrated or upset or even angry, I guess, in situations when I'm faced with disagreement or a debate, especially like in the political climate that we're in, or if we're watching the news with my parents. And I have a disagreement or they have a difference of opinion with me, whether it's online or just my parents in this situation, right? I find myself not able to properly communicate or articulate what I want to say because I guess I'm so passionate about it. So I get so frustrated and I don't feel like I'm an actual contributor to a fair discussion. And I just wanted to know how I could improve on that and how I could be able to be an effective communicator in those situations. You know, I know, Bob, you love debate videos and I feel like you're good at it. And any advice would be greatly appreciated from both of you. I just want to be able to, be able to communicate better. And I would appreciate any advice. Thank you both so much for the podcast and taking my question. I always love listening to y'all on my morning commute. I love you both so much. Have a good day. Thank you.
Okay, this is quick.
Bob, before we continue, can you quickly tell us about your hands performance that you did during that question?
Bob loves to just randomly do hand performance. It's so strange. Like someone's like, yeah, because I had a really hard day today and I fell down the stairs and I twisted my ankle. Bob's awesome. Bob, I'm gonna leave this one for Bob to answer. Bob loves debating because I say this as a Pisces. This
just
is
debate.
me.
I think it's also about like maybe it didn't think they want to just debate stuff. It was kind of like they said yes.
This is me preparing for an argument. I'm like, okay, point number one. Point number. This is me the argument. So I'll let Bob answer this one.
I will say this. When you argue often, you get better at it. And that's so toxic. The more you argue, the better you are at arguing. And the better you are at not getting affected, letting things. There's this one girl on fucking TikTok who hates my guts. Her name's Avani. She hates my guts. Because a long time ago, I entered a room and she said, well, maybe Bob, what you should do is you should stick to dancing instead of trying to debate. And then I would do this thing where I would jokingly go, all right, hi guys, me Bob the drag queen, world famous dancer and choreographer. I wanted to say out loud, so I just kept I'm really good at a very toxic thing called meeting you where you're at. I will get in the gutter with you. I need to be honest about that. I'm not saying this is a good thing, but I am being honest about it. I will get if you're in the gutter, I will join you. We will both be covered in mud to the point where we are indistinguishable from each other and you can't tell who's who. You know what I mean? That is what I will do with someone that I do not like in an argument. So, and now Avani, whenever she sees me, she does weird stuff. Like Avani's kind of like a big girl, but she's like, Bob, you're so fat, get on a tread. And I'm like,
Her name is Avani.
Her name's Avani, Miss Avani. She's this like
how do you spell Avani?
Avani. She's this like conservative trans girl on TikTok who like argues against trans people, like nonstop.
Oh wow, just 43 million followers.
I think you're talking about someone different. You're looking at the wrong person. 43 million?
AVANI.
Wait, you see 43 million on TikTok?
Yeah, AVANI Avani.
AVANI. This is not the same person, baby. This is not Avani.
Oh, okay.
This is
All right, bitch. I don't know your friend.
This is someone. No, this is someone different. That's not that Avani. I do not know this woman. I don't know her. That's someone different. She's like a small time TikToker who has like billions and billions of accounts. But also, the reason why a lot of times when I get in these debate rooms and people are like trying to dunk on me or call me like they're like, you don't even know if you're a man or a woman. You don't know anything about yourself. Or if I'm talking to like some fucking Kevin Samuels esque guy about, and I end up talking about like I often find myself in these rooms where like, should men have to pay child support if the girl ended the relationship? Which I'm like, I can't even believe this is who women have to choose from. This is so upsetting that this is the dating pool. I'm like screaming right now.
I know.
And in those scenarios, what I realize is what they're saying is so far-fetched, and it really has practically nothing to do with me. Even though they're talking about me and they're saying words about me, I realize that it actually doesn't have anything to do with me. You know, it's more of a deflection to talk about whatever it is they want to talk about, or whatever grievances they want to get off their chest against Black people or queer people or trans people or women or even communities I'm not even a part of. Like, you know what I mean? Like women, but they're using me as a conduit to get their anger out on this group of people. You know what I mean? So once you realize that whether people think you've done your business and it really has nothing to do with you, I think you'll probably find that you can be a little bit more level-headed. I don't really lose my temper very often. Monet's known me for over 10 years. I think she's seen me yell at one person one time, and we have spent a lot of time around each other. Even when me and Monet are mad at each other, we don't really. I mean, the veganism argument, we kind of got rowdy. But no more rowdy than we normally get. Even like no more rowdy than we normally get when we're like laughing, having fun.
It's been a long time since you and I have had like it's only happened like twice, maybe 3 times I think, where we've like lost our temper and like yelled.
Did we yell though? I don't think in the veganism argument we were even yelling. I mean, we were. I think we were
yelling. The one at your house.
I think we were already talking loud because of how goofy and silly it was, and then because we were already talking loud. Sometimes Monet and I do this thing where where it doesn't happen often, but like we can't tell when the joke has stopped and the real thing has started, and then we're already yelling. So we're already yelling because of the goofy thing. But like when me and Monet got into an argument about the thing at her house when I walked. No one was yelling. I didn't yell at anyone. We didn't yell.
No.
And when it was the J So Cincy, we didn't yell then either. That was all through text. But I think that the veganism thing, we were just already yelling because of how goofy we get, and then we realized. Have you ever had any other situation where you're joking with someone and then you didn't realize that it stopped being a joke, and then now you're arguing for real? I hate when that happens. It feels so. You're like, especially if you're the second one to find out. If you find out it's not a joke anymore after the other person realized it's not a joke, you'll be like, whoa, wait. That's how your friend got punched.
My friend?
Your friend who did the podcast, the other guy.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. I had a friend that got punched.
You remember my mom called Trinity the other guy?
Oh.
Someone said Trinity the other guy tuck. Because apparently when I heard that story go back, I was like, people were like, oh, they didn't realize it wasn't a joke anymore.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's what I had heard too.
But anyway, but also, you know, I told y'all, there's very little that can convince me to get loud with someone in person. Because I just watch too much internet stuff, and people are crazy. People are insane. I just saw a video of this YouTube prankster who's like going up to people and like making noise. It's not like his prank is that he comes up to you and he's like, hey, or something like that. And this guy, he's like 6'4", this gigantic man comes up to you. He's larger than I am, and I am a large person. He's like waving this camera, and this guy said, please stop. And the guy did it again. He goes, stop. And then the guy went to go do it again, and he pulls out a fucking blicky. And it fucking, honey, sound like somebody put a pair of boots in the dryer, honey.
He shot him. And Yeah, that shit is
And
wild.
the jury,
Honestly,
by the way,
people-
the jury, do you know the jury was so mad at the fucking guy? They were like, the YouTuber, they didn't even get him on the shot, on the shooting him. You know what they charged him
Yeah.
with? Firing a gun in an enclosed space.
Yeah. Mhm.
They were
I
like,
saw that.
the jury was like, fuck that YouTuber. Honey,
It's right.
fuck
And then
that
people
YouTuber.
people in the comments like, yeah, just someone pranking is not grounds to shoot them. No, it was self defense. He was in his space. He asked him to stop multiple times, and he didn't know what he was going to do. He didn't know what he was going to do next.
Someone standing around is not grounds to come up and start harassing them on the street.
It's
This
crazy.
man was literally just standing there minding his own business. I saw a video of these protesters in fucking somewhere in Texas, some protesters, and like one of them came up to the protest and just started popping. Like I'm not like I used to do a lot of this back in my day when especially in my activism days. I was doing some dangerous stuff in my activism days that I would not do today. Like yelling at people in their faces, strangers on the street.
When you're young,
Dangerous.
you just think you think you're invincible, girl. When you're young, you do stuff like that because you don't realize your mortality as a kid. You really don't.
I wasn't a kid, but as a younger person, you're right. Yes, I was in my 20s, and I was. Do you believe that thing where people are like, you're just a? Oh my god! Now that's literally only doing 3 questions. We'll get to more. Do you believe that thing where folks are like, you're like? Do you believe when I make a conscious effort to not call anyone over 18 a kid or boy or I mean I'm gonna say girls and like girls or dated a boy, but like I try to make sure that I don't go to like colleges and say you kids. Like whenever I go to college and do a talk or do a show, I make it a concerted effort to not call them kids.
Oh yeah, I don't call them kids. I try to do that with women too. Like I think it's so ingrained to call like women girls, and I try my best to really say women because they're women, they're not girls. Women. Hey girls, no. Hey ladies.
I think we can say ladies. All right, ladies.
Yeah.
But I do call drag queens girls. That I do. I do call drag queens.
Yeah,
girls.
I do. I do that too. Drag queens, I do.
No matter whether they are women or men or non-binary, I do call drag queens girls. But like just mere mortals out in the street, yeah, I try to call them ladies.
Muggles.
Yeah, muggles. I call them ladies or women, and men I call them men, young men. Guys. I say guys sometimes. Sometimes I say guys.
Guys and Dolls. Have you ever seen the musical Guys and Dolls?
No, but do you know that Titus Burgess is in Moulin Rouge now?
Is he really? What role is he playing?
He's playing
Moulin
the MC.
Rouge?
Zidler.
The MC.
Who?
Zidler?
He's like the MC.
I don't know who that is.
Harry Zidler?
He's like the guy who
the owner
runs
of the Moulin Rouge?
he runs the Rouge.
Work. I saw with JoJo in it.
You know, I saw Moulin Rouge, and I cannot in good faith say that it was a good musical.
I personally don't love jukebox musicals. I'm not a jukebox musical person.
I've liked one. I went to go see Rock of Ages.
But
and it was one
JoJo
of
was
the best.
fabulous.
Rock of Ages is one of the best things I've seen on Broadway, actually. It was really good. Rock of
And
Ages
Rock of Ages
so
is a
good.
jukebox musical?
Yes, it is. It's all 80s
JoJo
rock
was
music.
fabulous. JoJo was amazing, but I wouldn't say like Mulan. But jukebox musicals, by and large, are not my fave. But I've never seen Rock of Ages. Maybe that's a good one. What music is it?
Rock of Ages is 80s rock music. Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? It was a really good show. It was very, very funny, very camp.
Interesting.
Let's go on to our next question.
Next question.
Hi, Bob and Monet and Jacob. My name is
Ooh.
Carly, and I'm a fashion designer.
Wait, pause
or
it.
that's what
Pause
I'm
that
trying to
motherfucking
be.
track.
I
Pause
tried
the
to
track. Don't y'all ever keep my wife's name. Okay, sorry. Play it, Jacob.
Hi, Bob and Monet and Jacob.
And bleep that
My
out,
name is
Amelia.
Carly, and I'm a fashion designer, or that's what I'm trying to be. I've tried the corporate world, and it's just not for me. There's not enough creative freedom for me. And I've been thinking it would be so amazing to design for drag queens. I also live in the Bible Belt, so I'm thinking to really expand my career to the furthest, it would probably be best to move. And so I was wondering, you both having lived in both New York and LA, with your experience with the designers, where do you think would be best for me as a designer, as a hopeful designer, to relocate to design for queens?
Okay, first of
Thank
all,
you. Love you all. Love
we're
the
not
pod.
hiring. So stop.
Okay, I will say this. There is never a shortage of drag queen designers. Okay, we always need designers. No, a few reasons why. Number one, as someone who has been working with drag queen designers for about a decade now, it is rare to find a designer that is always on time and will always have your shit when you need it. Okay? And some of my really good friends are drag designers, and the struggle is always real. Bob, am I lying or am I telling the truth?
No, and they're also short staffed. A lot of these designers are. So here's the thing I find about drag queen designers: they are also the stitchers. In the real design world, rarely in the high end design world is a designer ever actually making a garment. It is so few and far apart. And I can name 3 designers who are at the level that me and Monet work at who have like studios and employees. Diego, Domino,
Marco.
and oh yeah, 4. Diego, Domino, Marco, and Pirietta. Black and
And
white stripe.
Godoy.
Godoy has employees too. Oh, that lady who works with them.
A&O Stitcher. So I mean, and again, but also I was talking to a designer.
That is like 6 out of the dozens of designers who are making stuff for drag queens at this level.
And they're also, and then you have to realize they're just so much more like Drag Race. Like I've been talking to designers recently about, I was getting stuff made for this thing I did recently, and they're saying like they're just not enough designers to produce garments for how much Drag Race is happening and how much drag is happening in between New York City and LA. Like they just are not enough. They're like when one thing ends and there's another thing happens and you can't keep up and you need something for this finale, and like it's just crazy. So I mean, if you want to get into the drag designing business, I would say your 2 stops are New York or LA. But I would say maybe New York more. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I don't think one more. I would say LA. Like I feel like I know like 12 designers in New York, probably because I live here. But in LA, there's only like 3 that I can think of. Like
I'm gonna tell you to go to New York only because I know these New York queens be in these streets buying dresses. Let me tell you right now, rarely have I been to a place where the queens take their drag because in New York City you can be a full-time working queen and be barely known. Like if you're like a working queen in North Carolina, you are like probably the queen of the town or one of the queens of the town. You can be an unknown queen and still pay your bills all through drag in New York City. There are hundreds of drag queens in New York City who are constantly buying clothes. I have friends. My drag daughter Free is someone who started doing costume design pretty late in his in his 30s. Like in his mid 30s. And it gets so busy he has to close his books. Like it gets that busy. So I'm gonna say New York City because these New York City queens don't be fucking around when it comes to buying garments, honey. Even me and Monet was buying garments before we started doing from designers before we were on Drag Race.
And also, I will say, listen, if your shit is good, just drop your Instagram, girl. Let me see. If your stuff is good, I'll buy stuff from you.
Drop it to Monet.
Yeah, send it to me. I will buy stuff from you. I am.
Do not DM me.
If your stuff is of good quality and it's something that I would wear, I would absolutely wear it. Oh, I'm gonna send you a picture, Bob, of the outfit that Elias I wore for the thing. It came out. It looks so good.
Imagine if I was serious.
He's dead serious, y'all. He trying to put on because he feel bad. Bob was dead serious.
First of all, I put on a lot of designers, honey. I put them on, honey. On, honey.
And this is I'm wearing all Bomo Beauty, honey. And it's going on the Bomo Beauty Instagram, honey. We did a photo shoot today, honey.
I did the high school yearbook trend.
Oh God. Let me see yours. I don't know. As a woman or man?
As a woman. I don't know who this girl is. Yeah, is this what I would look like in high school? Is this me as a high schooler?
Is there an app that does it? What's the app?
Can you send it to the group chat so we can put it up on the screen?
You want me to send the pictures to the chat?
The app is called Epic EPIK.
Epic EPIK. I'm gonna do it.
Like, who is this woman? Who is this high school girl? Oh my God, Elias ate that.
Right?
Elias is so talented. I'm telling you right now, that's another one.
Oh my God.
I was Elias's first commission ever.
This third one with you and this white, I cannot.
Also, is the hair in the ponytail?
I can't
Like,
tell.
what's happened? Is the hood?
I think the AI fucked it up.
Yeah, but does it even look like? Well, the one in the cardigan sweater really looks like me.
It does.
Like, these are so funny to me.
Do you have any, like, does this look like any women in your family? Like any of your cousins or aunts?
Not really. I mean, this low key looks like it could be what Nevaeh, my niece, is going to look like. Maybe. Do you see that, Jacob?
Yeah, I can see a little bit of that.
And maybe my mom when she was younger. I got to get a picture of my mom in high school. Let me text my mom, ask her to send me a picture of her in high school. She's gonna be like, "Boy, I don't know how to find a picture of me in high school." Let me ask her. Can you send me that high school picture of you? Boom. Oh, also, have I said this on the podcast yet?
What?
I also feel like they really like the AI really lightened your skin tone.
Have we talked about
I know. Let me
unclaimed
say,
property?
AI will make dark-skinned black people look light-skinned. That is true.
Have we talked about unclaimed properties on the podcast yet?
No.
Guys, go to type in the name of your state and unclaimed property and find out if you have any money left from an insurance claim or from the bank or something. Because I found like money for my mom. I found like almost $1,000 for my mom.
Oh yeah, we did talk about this because I told you I did it too.
Yeah. I think we have time for one more.
Sorry, it's loading. Still loading.
Does this look like me at all to y'all?
Hi, Bob and Monet. My name's Sam from Seattle. So my question is basically, what's like a good whore outfit for a guy? Like, if there's a guy at the shop that's really cute that I want to like flirt with, maybe like showcase that I'm like open to like maybe sucking some dick. What would be like a good like outfit for that occasion? Because like me and my girlfriends were talking and we were thinking like their whore outfits would be different than my whore outfits, and I need some suggestions. What do you think?
A whore outfit?
Yeah, to let people know that you fucking.
I don't know that. What is there clothes you wear to
scroll through Monet's Instagram
to signal that? Oh yeah,
scroll through Monet's Instagram. Those are the outfits you should be wearing.
Okay, first of all, that's naked or that's at the beach. Like if you're at the CVS, what is an outfit you can wear to show I want to suck your dick? Like what?
When I don't wear what you wear to the beach. I don't dress like that to the beach.
That's because you're conservative.
I'm not conservative. Stop saying that.
You are conservative
modest.
in your dress.
I am modest. I'm not conservative. Please
I
stop.
thought you're conservative.
Please stop telling the internet that I am conservative. I would like for you to stop saying that out loud. Are you at the beach here?
Yes. Thick icon shorts. That's a great way to tell somebody you fucking.
So, I want to say this. First of all, Hoochie Daddy shorts are a great way to go. I'm talking the top third of your thigh. It should not go below the top third of your thigh. Also, what I find really attractive in like when guys wear or mask presenting AMAP people or even if they're not AFAB people, mask presenting people, crop tops. A crop top is like.
But that's not sure that you want to fuck though. I don't.
It's not about. It's saying I'm a little slutty. The outfit is like I'm a little bit of a whore and I'm a little slutty. I'm not saying everyone who dresses is slutty and is a whore, but this style of dress, in my opinion, signals I'm a little bit of a hoe. In my humble opinion.
I think that the best way if you're trying to do that, I think that you need to use some nonverbal signals or some gestures. But just because someone is wearing some Hoochie Daddy shorts doesn't mean that they about that. Or just because someone is wearing some booty shorts.
This is not 100%. This is not fail proof. This is just my opinion on how you can signal to people that you are a little bit of a hoe. If those guys wearing these Hoochie Daddy shorts are sluts, this goes for the straight ones. This goes for the gay ones. If you are out in these streets wearing Hoochie Daddy shorts, you are a man whore. You are a hoe, and you want people to look at your thighs. Especially these straight men. The only reason these straight men are out here wearing these Hoochie Daddy shorts is because they want women to look at their big beefy thighs.
No, let me tell y'all. If you want to know if somebody's about that life, to me the only fail safe to know for sure is when a motherfucker's wearing gray sweatpants with no underwear on. If you are wearing sweatpants and have your dick slinging around, that means that you're a whore. But that to me is the 100%.
But what if you're not trying to
signifier.
sell? What if you're not trying to sell dick? You're trying to sell mouth. You're trying to sell ass.
Then I would say look to see someone is wearing a whale tail thong. If you're wearing a thong and the whale tail is showing, you know what you're doing. If you're wearing a thong and the whale tail is showing, you know exactly what you're trying to get across.
Or if you have a friend who works out in those TikTok leggings, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you.
I would say that. If you
I'm
are
looking
wearing...
at you, bitch. I'm talking to you.
Who, Jacob? Jacob be wearing those to the gym? All right, Jacob. Jacob is caked up.
That's you. Monet be in the gym in these very vulgar leggings.
They're not vulgar.
Vulgarity is a matter of opinion. And in my opinion, they're vulgar.
Bitch, you're vulgar.
They're literally in your ass crack. In the crack of your ass.
Okay, that is how I feel comfortable at the gym, and I tuck at the gym.
I'm not saying that it's wrong. I said it's vulgar. I didn't say it's wrong. I just said it's vulgar.
I don't think it's vulgar. And just because me feeling comfortable in my body at the gym does not make me vulgar.
I did not say that it was bad, Monet. But
I did not say it's bad. I'm saying it's not vulgar.
For me, it skirts vulgarity. How about that? It skirts vulgarity.
Well, that's your opinion. That's how I
why
feel
is your
comfortable.
cheek on either side of anything? It's like you ever see someone in the New York City put their ass cheek on wrap their ass around the pole?
That does not happen.
Okay, okay. First of all, I've seen that happen. I have seen
in real life.
Yes. Someone back that up to the beat and their asses wrap around that fucking pole. And if you are in New York and you see someone wrap their ass cheeks around a pole, a subway pole, comment below. I have seen it.
I am born and raised in New York, and I have literally never seen it. There was that viral video of that lady that did that.
You know, I saw an episode of the Cosbys where Theo was trying to go into the city, and Theo didn't know how to get to the city because his family was rich, and they had never taken the train. You're Theo.
Bob, I lived in New York for years before knowing you, and I had a car, and I used to take the train to the city. I've been taking the train since I was
is Monet paused?
11 years old to go to school.
Because I feel like she's not seeing all these booties wrapped around these. I saw a lot of booties wrapped around New York City subway poles, personally. All right, we're going to pause for Monet to get back. All right, so Monet is over in Jersey. I don't know where she is, but apparently she is not able to finish the episode with me because of technical difficulties. So thank you all so much for giving us. Jacob, I want to ask you a question. What do you say that one time we do video submissions?
Yeah, people want to do that. That's fine. I guess
I think we'll get one or two.
I think the main issue is that we have a Google Drive folder that all the submissions go into, and the Google Drive has unless we want to pay extra for extra storage, the Google Drive is going to cap out really, really quickly with videos.
Well, we did it with our when we made that commercial for the Patreon. We did video submissions.
That was cute.
But anyway, it's an idea. We'll put it out there. We'll do a few. And thank you all for joining us. We'll see you soon.